Discerning Shootist here for this week for blue collar prepping. And last week we did a quick little video in a grocery store talking about savings and prepping and things that you should be looking for and taking advantage of. And over the next few weeks, actually, that's going to be my main focus. It's like, and I'll just show examples, and I'll actually do it myself and show you exactly what I'm talking about. But in the process of doing last week's video, and once I got home, I started thinking in my head and looking around, and I realized that a lot of things that we do as preppers, or our goal as preppers, is to kind of be outside the societal norm per se, not necessarily in our day-to-day business, but not to be subject to a catastrophic event or to be detrimentally affected by its collapse. You know, and in that process that we prepare for its collapse, and so we can just get by on our lives, we kind of miss the point of being the gray person and take advantage of the way society is right now. And when I say that, is that in American society, we're a very consumeristic society. And it's like shelf life on a grocery store or pretty much any retail location is 3 to 5 days. So anything that lasts on that place around those shelves more than 3 to 5 days is generally what's going on for sale. And that's like what we talked about last week, or that's what I showed you last week. There was like 10 for $10 and you get the 11th one free, or 3 for $5 when it's generally $2.50 a piece or something like that. And we'll do some specifics. Granted, in northern Michigan, it's a little different for those of you that live in the southeast or in the southwest or even in the middle of the state or the middle of the country. But a lot of these grocery store chains are connected to national, coast to coast, if not international, supply chains. SpartanNash would be one of them. They are worldwide. They even supply the military for their day-to-day needs. So some of those things to look out. We get really caught up in being outside of taking advantage of that, and we forget that our goal is to prepare as inexpensively and as easily as possible. So if we do have some kind of failure in society or some cataclysmic event, that we could pretty much go on with our lives at least somewhat successfully and happily. Granted, there'd be changes. So again, we get to that whole point where we just shun society today as a whole and go about our other ways to prepare for, its ultimate downfall. That's, I think, is a mistake, and it's a costly one. If you look at all these places where you can buy food, MREs, and all these other kind of things, when you're talking about bugging in, I don't need to have a lightweight meal stuck in my pocket that I can cook with some hot water. I have a stove, or I have alternative cooking things. Everybody's got a grill, right? And if you don't, you should. You can get one cheap alongside the road, like I did here, I believe, a couple years ago. Or maybe it was last year. Well, and we'll readdress that again here soon as the weather changes. But again, everybody wants to be the gray man. We want to step away from society, and in that process, I think we're missing out on a lot of what society has to offer to help us along our way. And again, that's what's going to be my focus over the next few weeks, if not the next couple of months. One of the first things we could do is we could start by planning. Today I'm in my gun room and I'm doing a little cleaning, actually. A lot of firearms, do a lot of firearms training. I'm an instructor. They got to get clean. I had to clean them, and that'll be a product that I'll actually share on my Discerning Shootist channel here next week. But the one thing that I notice is, instead of just being haphazard, is you got to have a plan. You have to be prepared. You have to be organized. And I'm not very good at that. Surprised, you know how you all are, I'm sure. So, plan. Make a list. Look at that. That's the first thing that we're going to start with. We're going to look at storage and making lists next week. Start thinking in your head. Over here, you see my favorite prepper's tool. It's hydrogen peroxide. It's cheap and it does lots of things. Besides disinfecting, it cleans out blood from clothes, keeps your whites white and shining, disinfects. It's fantastic. Ever get enough of it. So if you ever see that on sale, for 10 for 10 or whatever, certainly stock up. It's worth the extra investment. So this is the Discerning Shootist. Be good, be safe. If you can't be safe, be good and dangerous. Also, on YouTube, make sure you like and share our program here and let everybody know in the world that runs YouTube that you like us and you want to see more of us. Have a great day.